Well, a tropical depression Dante spinning up here on June the 8th, 2013. Now, Dante is the PAGASA name, international designator from the Japan Meteorological Agency. Not quite there. It will be called a Yagi if they do upgrade it to a tropical storm. But hi, everyone. Meteorologist Robert Spetta here with today's Western Pacific weather update. And, well, obviously, this is what we're going to be talking about. Our tropical depression still spinning up, pushing off towards the north. Main threats coming out of this, still the flood risk across the Philippines as it does spin here and gradually goes on a northerly projection. Right now, though, it is seeing some moderate vertical wind shear on the northern periphery, and that is causing it to become very elongated. We do see the center of circulation here, but take a look at the inflow and the outflow down towards the south. It is much more enhanced out here than it is towards the north. You have some drier inflow, so kind of a lopsided storm. Is having a hard time getting its act together, but it's just enough where I do think it could make it to this weak tropical storm intensity. Let's start off by just showing you some of these warnings from the various agencies out here. Now, this is the Japan Meteorological Agency at 03 UTC. They only go out 24 hours. But key thing to note is that they do expect it to become a tropical storm. And see there, 35 knots on the bottom right of the screen, 18 meters per second, 1,000 HPA as we go into sun. Not official by any means, but it is one of the agencies people like to use. The Joint Typhoon Warning Center has it as a high risk of development, or a TCFA. And just like I already stated, the track of tropical depression Dante here from the PAGASA, or the Philippine Meteorological Agency here, moving it off there towards the north through here on the 8th into Monday, and then eventually Tuesday just towards the east of Okinawa in the long range. Don't expect it to move towards the Philippines. Like I said, it is going to impact the Philippines though, but indirectly. And this from westpacweather.com, not official, key thing to note, but this is my thoughts on it. And really at this time, you have our tropical depression here moving off there towards the north. I do expect it to intensify into a tropical storm, a very weak one at the very least, before weakening off, before heading out here towards Japan. Cone of air right here very well could affect the southern Japanese islands, or move off there towards the north and towards the east, and eventually even recurve very well possibly here. But that is still very well long range, and really that's why I have that cone of air on there. But for now though, the main impact, like I said, that inflow of moisture across the Philippines. Already here in the Sulu Sea, we're seeing some fairly convective storms flare up across this area. Mindanao, you've already seen some reports of flooding, and numerous reports of flooding there in Cebu City, and it does look like going throughout the weekend here, that risk is still going to be there. PAGASA is still warning on the risk of flooding and also landslides in this mountainous terrain. And with those southwesterly winds continuing to be enhanced by that tropical storm off there towards the northeast, it does look like that risk is still going to be there. If we take a look at this, actually going through Monday, still have that moisture inflow across the Philippines here. Now, as far as the center of the storm at this time, well, JTWC said there was a ship nearby that recorded 1,001 HPA, actually lower pressure over the Philippines right now. And one thing I do want to note is that Andrea, the current storm out into the Atlantic, well, it's dissipating now, got named a tropical storm at 1,002 HPA. So, yeah, I think that there is the potential for this becoming. Right now, no ships in the area, at least unclassified ships. JTWC does have access to some of the military ships out here. Lowest pressure actually out there towards the northeast, 997, but nothing great in that area. Really, main reason is mariners aren't stupid. They're going around this area because it is going to be kicking up the waves. So we have no ready access to observations within the center of the storm. Would be nice if we had recon, but hey, what are you going to do? Anyways, this is from Pat earlier this morning. Made an update for westernpacificweather.com, just showing it moving off of that northerly projection. Now let's talk about the model outlook. Now he has it going out here towards the north, just like that Westpac weather track I just showed you a second ago. And right now, a lot of agencies keeping it very short term. We have the luxury actually to be a little more flexible since we're not an official agency, but right now most of them confirming that it is going to go right about there, and we all know that's going to happen. It's going to follow around the western periphery of the Westpac High. But what's going to be happening, though, is that there's an upper-level trough coming in from the west here. It's bringing along with the rainy season front. You can even see that low developing here on this model outlook, or the model ensemble from several models here. And either it is going to get ramped up in that trough and pull out here towards the west. That's why on the extreme western periphery of that cone of air, I have the possibility of this moving across the southern Japanese islands. Really, my most likely situation here is going to move towards Shikoku or around the Kinki and Tokai region before dissipating out as vertical wind shear kind of gets wrapped up with it. And most of them are showing that happen, pulling off here towards the north, towards the east, and it gets hit by that same upper level trough that's digging down, but instead of pulling it off towards the north and intensifying it, it kind of gets sheared apart and brings some light showers there towards coastal Japan. Either way, it's going to bring some heavy rain and very well could cause some localized flooding here, especially off on some of these peninsulas right near the coast, but also going to be kicking up the waves before spinning off there towards the northeast. And one model just has it missing altogether and just kind of recurves it. So that is why we have that big cone of air on it. Like I said, it's still long range. This is about into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. I'm making this video update on Saturday. So still plenty of time to continue to watch this. Probably going to put out a video update here going into Sunday on this tropical system or until it gets intensified or it's upgraded, excuse me, to Tropical Storm Yagi from the Japan Meteorological Agency. But as far as the Philippines, still the risk of flooding out here. If we look farther towards the north, you're getting hit by some heavy rain showers in across the southern Japanese islands, South Korea, and Kyushu today. Current radar actually showing some heavy showers there across western portions of Kyushu. So, yeah, that's not associated with this tropical system. Still, the rainy season front's continuing to impact you here. And you're still going to be seeing these heavy showers very well more likely than what our tropical low is going to bring you. So, yeah, even though these aren't named, they still are going to be packing a punch, and even some storms flaring up across portions of northern Japan. And actually yesterday we saw a tornado out here in Gunma Prefecture. If you don't watch me on NHK World, you should. I actually put this on there last night for Friday night, and a little bit of dirt getting kicked up there, but just one of these stronger cells that flared. But with that said, everybody, we're just going to continue to keep you updated here. If you really are worried about the storm system, just continue to check in with PAGASA or the Japan Meteorological Agency. If you're one of the military members out here, I know we got a bunch that does follow us here, continue to check in with your officials there at the base. I know they have their own different rules that they tend to follow. So yeah, thanks for watching though, everybody, and as always, stay safe out there. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions though, please put them down into the comment box below. Anyway, I can make these video updates better. If you watched all the way through until now, thank you. Please let me know if you did watch the whole update, and have a great day. Bye.